preposizioni, let's look at the purely grammatical aspects of the use of preposizioni. Let's focus on these five: a, da, su, di, in. And here are the most common translations of a, which means at or to. Da, the most common translation is from. Su means on top of, over. Di, which is probably the most common, is possession of. And the last one is in, not in. In means in. A, da, su, di, in. When prepositions are followed by a definite article. A means to, and let's say that we want to say to the bambino. Bambino is il bambino, the bambino, il bambino. A, when it is followed by il, becomes al. Preposition and article are compounded. Lo, like lo studente, to the student, right? A, lo studente, becomes allo. You begin to see a regularity. The next article is la, feminine, alla bambina, right? La bambina, and a followed by la is contracted into one single word, alla. The thing to notice is the doubling of the L in these circumstances. Let's look at the plural articles. I, gli, le. A followed by I bambini, becomes I. Again, you should begin to see a regularity. With gli, agli. And with le, remember the doubling of the L, alle. I, agli, alle. A followed by these plural articles yield I, agli, alle. And now let's see a summary table. Al, allo, and then feminine, alla. And try to force yourself to remember the plurals. Ai, agli, alle. Now, something very similar happens to the preposition da, which means from. And I would invite you to try to anticipate what the outcome of da plus il is. It is, let's see if you guess correctly, dal. From here you should be able to derive the other forms. Da plus lo, lo stadio, the stadium, da lo stadio, dallo. And now you should be able definitely to do da plus la. La scuola, da la scuola, the outcome is dalla. I'm going very slowly to give you the time to think and to anticipate the answer and then verify from the video. Here again the three articles, I, gli, le. Da followed by I For instance, I monti, the mountains. Da followed by I becomes dai. With gli amici. Remember that amici begins with the vowel and it requires gli. Dagli. With le case, for instance, the outcome is dalle, dalle. And I think you have a clear picture now of how this works. Here another repetition, allo, alla, ai, agli, alle, as we saw before. With da, dal, dallo, dalla, and then in the plural, dai, dagli, and dalle. Su, same phenomenon. Remember the doubling of L with some of the articles. Okay, here we have il treno, su followed by il, sul, lo zero, sullo, zero. With la, I will let you finish this one. Sulla tavola. Plurale, no surprises here. Sui, sugli, and then remember doubling the L. Sulle. A little more complicated, D followed by il, in a word like il treno, for instance, yields a different outcome. It becomes del. So we have a change of vowel. D and lo is dello. Again, with the change of vowel. D and la follows the same rule with the change of vowel. So the vowel E in D becomes A. And it is so throughout. So with the plural, D and E, it's they. With gli, very easy to guess at this point, degli, and finally the femminile plurale le becomes delle. And now that you know how to do these things, what to look for, let's put in the most difficult, so to speak, in, because in plus il, again il treno, becomes nel. There is a change, right? In plus lo becomes nello, and in plus la, well, you know now, nella. So what happens is that in becomes ne, and then it contracts with illola. So knowing that in becomes ne should be very easy now to complete this chart. In that becomes ne, it's nei, negli, and femminile, plurale, nelle. And here now is a summary of the charts, and I am going to let you guess what the forms are. So use this as an exercise. And now the same with di and in the chart, and you practice. I left out one detail, so here we are going to do preposizioni parte 2.
Add
Let's take
is
the prepositions that we have seen in the simple form, a, da, su, di, in, and now let's see what happens
the possibility
when
that
they are followed by L apostrophe, l'uomo and l'idea. We know that in both cases the L apostrophe comes from the full article, lo for the masculine, l'uomo, and la for the feminine, l'idea. Now, in front of a vowel, lo, la lose their vowel, and we have the L apostrophe. So, what do they become when they follow a preposition? You know the general rule. We're going to look at a. So when a is followed by L apostrophe, and in this case L apostrophe could be either lo or la, right? Because that's the same form. It becomes al with the apostrophe. So it's like alla, allo, and with the apostrophe. Da, you already know, it's dal, two L's always, and the other ones that follow, su, sul, and di, del, with the change of vowel. To finish, in, that becomes nel, again, two L's apostrophe.